Hello, everybody. I hope you guys can hear me. Today's embroidery happy hour. I got these babies running. They are working hard today. I'm going to take you over to the other room because it is very noisy here. So we're not going to be able to talk while these machines are running. So let's go over to the other room and we're going to have a conversation in there. We got Mello over here hanging out in the corner. Say hi, Mello. All right, so let's get to business. Let's talk about what we're going to talk about today. I am stealing my son's bedroom today because, come on, Mello. You good? Oh, my goodness. He got the little scratchy scratch. All right, guys. Happy Friday. Hope everybody is doing well. I hope you guys can see and hear me okay. Today's topic is quitting embroidery. How dare you think about that? Well, anyway, but some folks have been thinking about that. But I have been doing some research and talking to some folks that just quit, and I want to know why. Why are you quitting? And what is the mistakes that they are making as to why they're finding that this is not being a lucrative business for them. So as you guys can see, absolutely not. I am not the one that's going to quit. I am going full force. As a matter of fact, I am now thinking about adding new babies to my shop. I don't know if I'm going to stick with the same embroidery machine. I think I might change to another type of machine. Still doing my research out there because I want to make sure that I make the best bang for my buck. One of the things I have been looking at is that some machines, but they are very pricey. They are like the true industrial professional machines, and we're talking about 25,000 and up for a single head machine. Very, very, very pricey. So, I'm like, I want to go that route, but man, that's the cost of a car. So, but I don't know. We'll see. My goal is to have made a decision by the end of 2024 and to bring whatever baby it is that I decided home. Uh-oh. Okay, no, the machines are going. All right, it just slowed down. That's it. Okay. So, I'm talking to you guys from Cardito's room. And as you can see, somebody's taking a nap. And yeah, I'll put you on, okay, Mello, so that you can hang out with me, all right? But let's talk about this because there have been several people that have quit embroidery for several reasons. And I started looking into this and I was like, I wonder what is up. What is the main cause that caused people to quit, shut down their shop, and all that stuff? And I found some really interesting things. I found out 10 things that I got to share with you guys, okay? And the reason why I thought this was important to share with you guys today is because I don't want to see anybody fail. If this is something that you truly, truly love doing, if this is something that you want to continue to do, I want to see everybody succeed. I feel that there is enough work out in this world for everybody, okay? So, I mean, I really want, to like share whatever pitfalls I find or something like that. And you guys that have watched me for some time know that I like to share everything. I don't like to hold back. I even share the mistakes and all the hiccups that I make and all that kind of stuff and everything. So, so here we go. I'm going to talk about the top 10 because you guys know how I like to roll. I like the first hour to give you guys the 411. And then I like to chit chat with you guys in the chat to answer any questions or concerns or even share some of your thoughts with the rest of the group and stuff. Now, before we get into the top 10 reasons to why embroidery businesses fail, I want to make one announcement. Today was the day that I asked for everybody to send out the gifts for the Esther gift exchange. Okay, if you didn't send it out, it's fine. You can send it out Monday or Tuesday. I'm going to be honest with you. I still have the 2 gifts. I already have them embroidered, ready to package, but I want to include some extra goodies to the folks that I am gifting to. So I think their package, if it doesn't go out tomorrow, their package also will be going out on Monday for sure. And also, just to let you guys know, I am also this weekend, I'm taking Sunday. Sunday is going to be the day that I am going to be making 65 gifts for all the folks that have participated in the gift exchange. It's just a little token that I want to send everyone just to say thank you for participating and helping me make somebody else in this world smile. I really do appreciate that. And I really think it's important that we help support each other. And, just really, I really think that this is just a great opportunity to just, you know, spread a little positivity, a little bit of positivity out in this world. Okay, so I really, really like that, and I really appreciate everybody helping me with this. So as you guys know, I am working full time, and I am also running my embroidery business in a semi full time fashion. Okay, so it is a lot of work. I will tell you this. There have been times when very little sleep. Sleep has not been something that I've had, a luxury of doing, but I am doing okay. Today I started to embroider, and then after that, I just went and I took some time to myself for me, and I am back at it. And yes, but you know what? I love doing this. This is my passion. I love it. And it feels good. It really does. Doesn't feel like work for me, but I really do love what I do. Okay, so anyway, but I really just wanted to mention the Esther, and also let's talk about this. Let's talk about these top things that I found that are causing people to sometimes fail. And I think this is really important, and I want you guys to really pay attention to some of these things, because I don't want any of you guys to fall for any of these pitfalls. I said pit bull, right? Like the dog. Pit bull. You hear that, Mellow? Pit bull. I'm a poodle. Okay, anyway, so he's ignoring me. All right, number one, and this is like really, really like big. And I was like thinking to myself, damn, that is so true. Okay, money management. Think about that, money management. Now, for those of you guys that have watched me, you guys know I am a pretty frugal person. Okay, one thing that I really love is personal finances, and budgeting and all that kind of good stuff. The thing is that if you are not good at budgeting and tracking that dollar, chances are that when you start to run an embroidery business, you're going to have some issues. Okay. Running a business is big dog. I mean, you have to track everything. You got to track what you're spending. You got to track, what you're bringing in. You have to track the category of certain money. Okay, like when you spend stuff, is it what type of an expense it is? You also have to track certain tax saving items, like your mileage, your space in your home, your electricity, how much you spend on your machines. There is just so much information that you have to track regarding the dollar that you put into your business that it's not even funny. Okay, so you got to be really good at it. I mean, there are so many times where I'd be watching documentaries about personal finance, and I find out that, there is a lot of people out there that have some serious debt. There are people out there that they really just don't understand how money works, and they don't know how to save it and stuff. So to me, it's like, if you don't really know that kind of stuff, when it comes to running a business, you can really get into some serious trouble, because running a business, really, it's all about money. Okay, you're going to be taking money, you're going to be spending it so that you can buy equipment and all that kind of stuff. And then at the same time, you got to really track where that money is going and how you're spending your money and stuff. I hear the machines. Let's go back and let's check on them. I want to make sure they're okay. I only hear one of them. Mellow, I think I only hear one machine. You didn't say anything. Okay, so anyway, here we go. We're going for a little trip. And I know the lighting is a little bit bad, and I'm really sorry, guys. But, yep, I got one machine's down. Here we go. We got a machine down, Mellow. All right, so just hang in there with me, okay? Because I have to work while I'm talking to you guys. Looks like I got a little thread snag here, which is fine. It happens, Mellow. I know. I'm fixing it. Oh, you're such a good helper. So let me shut this down while I'm talking to you guys. All right, I'm just gonna shut that down for a little bit while I'm talking. So just so you guys, in case you guys are wondering what I'm working on, by the way, I got 2 big local orders. Okay. Oh, okay. So let me show you. Okay, so this is a bunch of polo shirts that I'm embroidering, and this is the actual logo. And it's polo shirts. I got some sweatshirts going on, and also some chef shirts. Okay, so all with the logo. At the same time, I got one machine running this logo. On the other machine, I have the Women's Association polos that I'm running, and this is their logo. Okay, and these are all the little zipper, tops. So yeah, so this is actually the last shirt for this. Okay, so I got 10 of these. And this is almost done. Okay, so and right now, as you can see, I got a snag on this machine. So I'm going to fix this. But yeah, so as I was telling you guys, I am really going to start. I already started. I started researching it, and I got it down to 2 machines that I want as my third one. And I know it's going to be about like 25 grand for that machine. So but that's okay. I mean, I got it. I don't got it, but I'll get it. I'm gonna save like ain't no saving tomorrow. And I'm gonna get that machine, bring it home and stuff. All right, so here we go. Okay, are you okay, honey? Okay, all right. Mama loves you. Okay, be good. All right, so anyway, let's go over to the other room, and I'm going to keep this one going. This one's going also, so I gotta get this one going as well. Okay, so I know the lighting is bad and everything, and I'm sorry, guys. It's just I gotta make this work. I gotta make this work. I cannot let embroidery happy hour pass by. I mean, I like this time. I really do. So anyway, we were talking about the money. Okay, what happens is, a lot of times people don't manage their money well, right? And then when they run a business, they don't manage it well at all. Get in big trouble over there. There's a lot of issues that you can run into trouble. Like, first of all, you're not keeping track of how much you're expending, right? So that means that when you are buying your supplies, come on up, Mello. It's okay. When you are buying your supplies, like how many? Ooh, look at that! You got these. You guys saw the brown spot, right? Oh, Mello. Yeah, he's got grooming tomorrow. So, yes, Mello, I love you too. Yes, Mello, it's okay. All right, stop. It's okay. So, if you don't know how much you're spending, then you're going to have a big problem because you got to track that. Okay. And you got to remember too, you write off a lot of stuff in your taxes as well. So you got to make sure you get with a good tax attorney so that they can go ahead and they can help you in categorizing all of your expenses and making sure that you are tracking all of your income as well. You got to make sure also that you're charging tax, make sure that you're paying your state taxes, and that you're also saving money, to pay the taxes, every month. I pay them on a monthly basis to the state of Virginia. So there's just so much. And the thing is, the money management is the part that really screws so many people over. Okay. Now, along with the money management, I want you to also think about something else that came to my mind. If you don't know how much you are spending and you don't know, you're not keeping good track of your income and stuff like that, at the end of the day, you're not even going to know if you're making money, right? And at the same time, then we're going to be talking about the pricing. If you're not pricing your items right, you're not going to make money either. Okay. Because the thing is, you don't want to work for free. right? So I have a bunch of videos where I talk about different strategies you can use to price your items. Make sure that you watch some of those and take down some notes. Create your own pricing sheet so that you can make sure how much you're making per item, and also the cost of making an item. How much is your stabilizer costing, your thread, and all that kind of stuff. So the money management piece is such a huge thing that I saw when I was doing my research. I mean, it's really really big, really up there. It's like people are not tracking what's coming in. They're not tracking what's going out. And that can really mess you up. So if you are really seriously thinking about doing any type of business, even if it's not embroidery, if it's something else, you got an itch or anything, what's wrong with you? Then it's gonna be a big problem. Oh my goodness. Okay. All right. I just got a text from somebody. Sorry. I'm telling you, I'm getting customer sensitive. Right. Okay. All right. Number 2. Let's talk about this. This is another issue that a lot of people have. The time management of running a business. Running a business is not a joke, okay? A lot of times people come out and they think that it's very easy. Oh, I'm just going to start a business and it's going to run itself, and I'm just going to sit back and I'm going to have a margarita and stuff like that. Oh, no. How wrong you are. I am telling you right now, if that's your thought process, you ain't going to make it. I'm telling you, you are not going to make it. You're going to have to roll up those sleeves. And I mean really roll them up. You're going to be, stop it. You're going to be sleeping, thinking about your business. You're going to eat, thinking about your business. You're going to everything about your business. I mean, it is really going to, I'm sorry. I'm trying to get the chat to stop now. So, I mean, it's no joke, okay? If you think that's going to run itself, how wrong you are. You got to roll up those sleeves, okay? And I'm going to tell you, if no one ever told you this, I'll tell you. It's hard work. Hard work. A lot of research, a lot of things you have to do. I mean, there is just so much, okay, that it's hard, okay? If running a business was so easy, you know how many people would be doing it if you really think about it, and stuff. I mean, a lot of times people love success, but the thing is they once things get hard, they quit. Or when they run into their first hurdle, right? Instead of like working it out and fighting it and seeing things to the end, they quit. They just give up. They just go, it's not for me. I'm done. And then you're like, really? So to me, it's like, if you want this, if this is something you want, if this is something that's really in your heart and you want to do, just do it. But do it, work hard, and you can't give up. Are you going to make mistakes? Absolutely. Are you going to bump into some walls a couple of times? Absolutely. But the thing is, you can't let that bother you. You can't let that stop you, okay? If you do, then guess what? You're quitting, okay? You're going to quit. So time management is so important. A lot of times what it is that people they don't schedule their time, and you have to. A lot of people ask me too. They say, how the hell do you do it? Because you work full time and then you got this business going on, and people see people come into my house all the time. First of all, I got very good support. I mean, I love my husband. Okay. Now, he will not turn on an embroidery machine and he will not sew. But if I ask him to go to the post office for me to make some deliveries, if I ask him to pick up some items from a customer and stuff like that, those little things, he helps. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, make sure you have support around you, okay? And, I got to be honest with you. I don't know if I would trust him in front of the embroidery machine because I'm all about quality. So it's like those things have to be top notch coming out of my machine, okay? Because when my items are top notch, they're going to talk about me. They're going to talk about me, okay? So time management, very important. Make sure you schedule everything. Make sure that you stick to your schedule. Don't just write stuff down on a piece of paper and then say, I'll do it tomorrow. Don't do that. If you do that, then guess what? You start to procrastinate and stuff. I think I said that word right. I'm not sure. But anyway, you're going to get lazy. If you get lazy, that's going to affect your business. If it affects your business, then guess what? You ain't going to have a business. So first of all, like I said, you got to make sure you got your money straight. You got to make sure you got your time straight too. Okay. So what else do I have in here? Okay, hold on. Because I had came up with 10 things that I found. Number 3, over promising. When those orders start to fly in, and they will, okay, when they start to get, if you are really good, okay, at what you do, trust me, people are going to want you to embroider for them. But what's going to happen is sometimes you can get overwhelmed. You got to know when you have to be honest with your customers and just tell them flat out, I can't do it when you want me to do it, period, okay? I have no problem turning down an order. Now, I'm not turning down an order because I want to be a mean person, but I am turning down an order because I cannot meet that customer's expectation, okay? If they come to me and then they say, hey, Jeanette, I got a sweatshirt and I want you to embroider it by tomorrow, I'm going to say, I think that's great, but I can't help you. You know why? Because I got too many orders right now, and I have to make sure that those orders get pulled out, okay? Today, I did no online orders. Now, I got online orders. Trust me, I got a pack right there waiting for me to embroider. But they're going to be embroidered on Sunday, okay? And they will be mailed out on Monday. Today and tomorrow is local orders only, okay? So that's why I got these babies running right now. Those are 10 polos, which I'm on my last one, and then the other order, I have 3 more to go. Once I'm done with those 3, then I'm good. And then if I want, I can start the online orders. If not, then I will just start them on Sunday, because then whatever time I have left on Saturday, that's me and Mello's time. Okay, so you got to make sure that you manage your time well, and you got to take care of you. Okay, don't come out thinking, oh, I got to take all the orders that show up at my door. No, that's not true. Okay, make sure that you manage that money. Make sure you manage your time. Make sure you don't overpromise anything either. Don't come out and tell customers, oh, I'm going to take the order and I'm going to tell them, oh, I'm going to have it done for you on Monday. Monday comes and goes, and then you don't have it done. That's not good. I'm telling you, that is not good, because what's going to happen is that customer has already got an expectation that you said you were going to have it done by a certain time. They come and they pick it up and you don't have it done. That's it. I mean, it's no do-over. It's like having an interview and then you show up and you act the fool or whatever, right? They're not going to hire you, you know what I'm saying? So already they're not going to like it. They're going to be like, oh, let's see. Okay. Nope, the machines are going. I'm still good. All right, so it's just a pause. Yeah, it's a pause. Okay, so make sure that you don't overpromise anything, okay? One of the things that I do notice too is that when I talk to customers and I am flat out honest with them, then they're good. It is when you say something and then they have that expectation that you're going to meet it, and then you don't, that's when you're going to have the issues. So always come out and always be as honest as possible, okay? The other thing too is when a customer comes to you with a particular item or a garment and you don't feel comfortable embroidering on it, don't take the order. Don't come out and say, yeah, I can do it, not a problem. No, because if you screw it up, then there you go. Yeah, you got a problem. And I'm going to tell you something. When you kind of screw up on orders like that, what ends up happening is customers talk. Customers talk. And next thing you know, they're going to be talking to somebody else. They're going to say, well, I tried to use her as an embroiderer, but you know what? She told me she could embroider on this type of fabric. Never said anything. Never even told me it could be a problem. And next thing you know, she screwed up my shirt. Or, you know what? I had this order. It had to be done by a certain day because I had an event that I had to go to. And then what I did was I went to go pick it up and it wasn't ready. That is not the conversations that you want to have about you and your business. Okay. If you are really serious about what you're doing, you need to make sure that you are very upfront with your customers. You manage those expectations and you make sure that they're aware. Okay. Don't come out and tell them that you're going to do something and then not do it. Over promising is a problem. It is a big problem. Okay. You want your customers to trust you, not only with your their items and your embroidery, but by your word. Okay, that is really, really, really important. So right now I already covered 4. Okay, I covered the money, I covered the time. Oh no, I'm sorry. And the third, I covered 3, the over promising. Okay, so now let's talk about number 4, the customer service. Okay, let me tell you, people know who treats them right and who don't. Now, I'm not saying that you should allow people to take advantage of you, because there are people out there that always want something for nothing. Then you guys have watched me in the past. I always come out and say, if you have a price, okay, and you believe that price is fair to the customer and you don't deviate from that. If they want to negotiate, let them negotiate somewhere else. You're there to make money, and you're also there to provide a service. I know with my pricing, it's about being fair. That's what it is. Okay, I'm not there to rob you, but at the same time, I'm not going to allow you to rob me. So I'll always say, this is the price, take it or leave it. Have I had customers that come out and say they could get it cheaper somewhere else? Absolutely. And you know what my response is? Go. Why are we here? Go. Get it done cheaper. And you know what I found too? That one customer that told me they could get it cheaper, that they lied, because then they came right back and then they tried to negotiate with me. And I said, no. I said, I got too many orders, because my whole thing is about respect. Okay. You know, it's like, I know what I do and I know I'm good at it. And I'm not about robbing people or anything like that. But at the same time, when I give you the price, I'm letting you know the process. What are you doing? I'm letting you know what the process is, so that you have a good, thorough understanding as to why you're being quoted the price that you're being quoted on. Okay. If I'm telling you that I'm going to be putting 2 or 3 sheets of stabilizer ain't free. Okay. If I'm telling you that it's a very dense design, this is how many stitches are on it. I have to hoop it a certain way. Okay. It's going to take, this is how long the stitch out takes. Then customers start to understand. The thing is too, is you got to understand, you got to educate your customers, because customers don't know. All they know is that they have a particular item and they want you to embroider it. That's all they know. Okay. They don't understand the whole process of it. And it's up to us to educate them about the process and all the different steps that it takes. The other thing too is, customers don't understand that embroidery, it's really a skill. Okay, I know we kind of like to throw the word crafts around and all that kind of stuff and everything, like, oh, like it's, oh, you're so crafty or whatever, right? But you know what? Let's be real honest about it. Doing embroidery is a skill set. I will always say that. I don't care. Okay. If you want to call it a craft, you go ahead and call it a craft, but it's a skill. And the reason why I say that is because I have done this long enough. You better learn what material you're working with, what stabilizer works, the type of thread, the type of needle, the weights. Okay. You got to learn a lot. And you learn that through experience, a lot of trial and error. Okay. So that is a skill set. It's not just putting stuff in a machine and pressing a button. There is a lot of preparation that goes in before that garment even goes to the machine. So, a lot of times people don't understand that. Customers don't understand that. So, but once you explain all of that, trust me, very few. I only have like one person that came out and challenged my price. And I was kind of like, go somewhere else then. But I know one thing, you weren't going to get me to do all that work for that amount of money. Absolutely not. It just isn't going to happen. Ain't working. Okay. So, just know that you have to make sure you provide very, very good customer service. You got to make sure you educate your customers and all that kind of stuff. Okay. Now, I kind of touched on number 5 a little bit. Your skill set. Okay. I'm going to tell you right now, one way that business is going to fail, and one way that I know for sure people are going to quit, is if they don't practice. It's a skill. I am telling you, it is a skill. You have to practice. You have no idea how many hats I've embroidered that made it to the garbage. How many kitchen towels I've embroidered and said, oh, that didn't work. That stabilizer wasn't going to work. How many shirts I ruined, jackets, scarves, hats, socks, you name it, I've destroyed. It's a skill. It is not something that you are just going to learn overnight. And this is the thing. People don't have patience. You need that patience, okay? You're not, you do need that patience. Look at that. He made a little, he went, you know. I don't know if you guys heard it. But you need that patience. Okay, somebody just text me. Sorry. You need the patience so that you can learn, make the mistakes. You need to make sure that you network with other embroiderers, okay? Now, some embroiderers can be a little bit like iffy, okay? Some people don't like to share information and stuff like that. But when you come across those, don't pay them no mind. Keep going. You're going to find a lot of good people out there that absolutely have no problem helping other small business owners succeed. A lot of people don't mind. Fine, Mellow. So, you know, you got to build that skill set, okay? You got to make sure that you practice and keep practicing. Trust me, the more you practice, the more you're going to learn. Try different types of sizes of needles. Try the different types of stabilizers, the different weights. Try the different weights of the thread. See how your designs come out, okay? A lot of times when I have to work with a customer and I get a file and I have to get it digitized, all right, I kind of sometimes play around with the weights of the thread to see if a 60 weight thread versus a 40 weight will pop out a lot better on the design, okay? And then what I'll do is I'll share that with the customer too. I'll say, hey, this is the stitch out using 40 weight thread throughout, and then this was a stitch out where I kind of substituted some of the areas that use the 40 weight thread with the 60 weight, and this is how it looks. I think maybe this looks a little bit better, or would you prefer the 40 weight? Show that to the customers and stuff. And at the same time, some people may come out, you know, and think, well, Jeanette, you're wasting a lot of thread. You're wasting a lot of stabilizer. You're wasting a lot of time. Am I? I kind of question that. To me, I'm like, am I? No, I don't think so. And I'm going to tell you why. Because I don't mind it, because I'm investing in my skill. I'm also letting the customer know that I'm knowledgeable enough that I know that I can do things in different ways to give you a different type of look, okay? Believe me, customers like that. What customers don't like is when you show up and you give them a file and it looks like crap. That is a problem. Okay? I am telling you now. That is a problem. You got to make sure your skill set is intact, okay? And you got to keep it up. Learn the new techniques that are out there, okay? Buy scrap fabrics. Embroider, okay? Change those needles, okay? Don't be afraid to change the needles. You have to, okay? I'll make sure I got battery and everything on my laptop, because I'm talking to you guys from my laptop today and stuff. So just make sure that that you keep those skill sets up. Now, since I mentioned needles and all that kind of stuff and everything, number 6, here we go, equipment and supplies, okay? Don't be cheap. I'm telling you right now, please don't be cheap. I like to be cheap. I like to save my money too. Trust me, I do. But the thing is, let me go back. I got to check the machines. We got to check the machines, Mellow. The thing is too, because I hear them. Well, one's going, but I think one stopped. And one did stop. Hold on. Sorry, guys. So let me stop this one so you guys, I can talk to you guys while I change this. And I'm sorry, this is really bad. I know this is a lot of glare and stuff. I gotta check the bobbin number 6. Yep, bobbin's out. I'm out of bobbin. Okay. All right, gotta get some bobbin here. I tell you, boy, ooh, I have so many bobbins now. And you know what? I remember the one year that I ran out of bobbins, right? This year, I'm not running out of bobbins because I bought boxes of it. A lot of boxes of it. So, here we go. Get this out. Yay! All finished. All right, put that away. I save all my bobbin cores and then I put them in the box and then I just mail them back. Save the earth and save the company some money so they don't have to do some extra ones. I believe that if you put positive energy in the world, it comes back at you. I hope. Let's see. Hold on. Just want to make sure I put this in here right. And yep, got it. All right, cool. Cool beans. And hold on, I got something that I want to clip right here. There you go. Make sure, like my stuff to be nice and clean. 2, 3, 4. I'll go back 4. There you go. All right, now you're going to keep going, and then you, my dear, can keep going too. All right, so let's go back to the other room while we can talk, because I know that all this noise can be kind of disturbing and stuff like that. So we're talking about equipment and supplies, right? Well, I'm gonna tell you something. You know, we all start somewhere, right? I started with the Brother SC1900. I think that's a great machine. You know, for you to start, to get your feet wet, just so that you can see if this is something that you really want to do, right? So I think that's a really, really great machine. However, though, I'm gonna be flat out honest, all right? If you are depending, and I'm gonna be honest, no, well, it depends on what you want to do, right? I know people that have run in a whole entire embroidery business with just the SC1900. But it depends on the products that you are providing, right? Like, let's say if you just want to do baby onesies, right? You can do baby onesies with the appliques and stuff like that. SC1900, go at it, okay? I mean, you know, you can do those really easy. Baby bibs and stuff like that. Dog bandanas where they just want to put their names on them. You can do that too. I mean, it depends all on what it is that you want. However, though, if you're going to be doing stuff like, okay, it's going well. If you're going to be doing stuff like polo shirts, if you're going to be doing stuff like hats like this, so you can do this on the SC1900. But the thing is, the bottom line is, if you are really serious and running a top dog embroidery business, you are going to have to invest in better equipment, okay? Eventually, you're going to have to bite the bullet and you're going to have to start spending the money on it, okay? You're going to have to look at the supplies that you have. And I'm going to be honest with you, it is not cheap at all, okay? I am looking at 2 embroidery machines that I am looking to purchase $25K each. Single heads, okay? I'm not looking at you know, Melcos. I'm not looking at Racomas. I'm looking at the big dogs, and we're gonna be probably I'm gonna be looking at spending about maybe $25,000-$30,000 for my next machine, and that's okay. But you know, I kind of knew that was gonna be the price range and stuff. But you know what I'm saying is these machines cost money. They really truly do. Okay. Now, do you have to spend $25,000 on a machine? No. You can get the other models that are cheaper. People do businesses with those too. Okay. You know, but to me, it's really about the quality of the stitch and the capability of the machine. Okay. We want to make sure that whatever you invest in, that it can take you to where you want to go. All right. And you also want to make sure that you have a machine that you're going to be learning, very easy to learn, that you can use all the capabilities of that machine. Okay. I see a lot of people, what they do is they'll go out and they'll just buy a machine. And then next thing you know, it comes home, it sits in the box. They're staring at it. It's staring right back at them. And is doing nothing for them. I have also seen people that go out and they buy these multi-needle machines. They take them home, don't understand how they work, frustrated, get pissed off, and then next thing you know, you see them on Facebook. They're trying to get rid of them, right? Because they don't know how to work it. I don't know what to say. It's like, you really have to do your homework and do your research, okay? You're talking about thousands and thousands of dollars, okay? Buying these machines is like buying a car, okay? Even if you don't go for the top dogs that are like 25 grand and up, let's say you get something that's about $15,000, $10,000, that's still a lot of money, okay? That's not money that you want to be spending so that you could go and look at it, okay? You need that to produce and make some money for you so it could pay for itself, okay? So, you got to make sure that, you are really investing in the right places, okay? And when I'm talking about not just the machine, I'm also talking about the supplies, okay? Embroidery is not cheap. You're going to have to look at embroidery software. Now, there is a lot of different types of embroidery software. They have some that they sell modules, okay? So that way you could just buy what you want. They also have embroidery software that are in the thousands, but it all really depends too on what your needs are, okay? If you are just interested in just plain modifying some designs, right, and doing a lot of personalization, you really don't have to go out and buy very expensive embroidery software. However, though, if you are not only want to do types of modifications and personalization, but you also want to go ahead and digitize your own, because you want to learn digitizing and everything, which that's like a whole other animal, okay? Then, yeah, you're going to be spending some big bucks on your embroidery software, okay? But the thing is, what's really important, too, is there's a lot of embroidery softwares out there. They all have different types of capabilities, and they all look different. Okay, one of mine is done. One of them, they all work different, okay? So you got to make sure that whatever you go ahead and you use, okay, you got to get something that you understand. Oh my goodness. Okay, all right, let me turn this off so that way you can hear me. All right. Oh, and that one's almost done too. That's the last one. And then I got this one, and this is the last one of this one. Okay, this is, look how cute. This is really nice. I like this one. This brand is Comfort Colors. Comfort Colors. This is really nice. I like this one. Okay, so I finished this one that's here. This one's done. So I'm going to take this out. Look at how nice. Nice and clean. Look at that. Got a little stitch in there that I got to cut, which I'm going to cut right now. Cut it while you see it, because then what happens is then you don't see it. And I don't want, there you go. Nice and clean. Okay, so I'm going to take this out let me put this here. I had another Mighty Hoop too, and I was walking around the house with it, and I don't know where the heck I put it. You believe that? So now I got to go look for my Mighty Hoop. I don't know where I put it. So it's like, it's a mess. All right, so we're going to put this one back in here. Sorry, guys. Okay, so I'm going to put this one in and hit start with this one. And always put your hand in, because you want to make sure that you're not sewing the back to the front. So always put your hand in there and make sure that it's nice and spacious. And let's see, got that out of the Mighty Hoop. Look at this. Cute. Cute, cute, cute. Let me show you guys up close. Isn't that nice? Beautiful. Customer's going to be really happy. I only have one little jump stitch that I have to get rid of. There you go. And I always cut my jump stitches with these scissors that I got from Miss Banks. She gifted these to me. And every time I use them, I always think about her. Always think about her. And stuff. All right, so I'll fold this later. Just so you see. Let me see, is this one? This one's done too. This is just a sweatshirt. See? And let me see, did I? Nope. Okay. All right, so let me cut these while I talk to you. Okay. So yeah, so a lot of times, people don't realize it's like, you got to have the right supplies and stuff like that, and you're going to start small. You're always going to start small, but then what's going to happen, that way you guys can see what I'm doing too. Then what's going to happen is your supply list and your equipment is going to grow too, okay? Because you're going to have to, get better equipment and everything. And not only that too, I noticed that when you first start doing embroidery, what happens is a lot of people, what they do is that they end up asking you, hey, can you do this or can you do that? And then what happens is your stuff grows, I don't know what that is. There you go. Get that out there. It was like dirt. I don't know where that came from. Where did that come from? Okay. There we go. All right. There. Cut around. You gotta be careful too. You don't want to cut your shirt and you don't want to cut the stitches. So when I cut these, see, I cut them like this. See, you don't want them right up to your stitches because you don't want to accidentally cut your stitches. Here, let me give you a close-up just to make sure you guys understand. Okay, so that way you guys learn. See how I do it? Okay, doesn't have to be perfect, but it's fine. Okay, but you don't want to cut your stitches. That's the thing. If you cut those stitches, it's not gonna be good. Okay, so now let me fold this because I'll fold them and put these in packages later after the embroidery happy hour. But you guys know I am pretty neat. I always like to take care of my stuff. I feel like it's important that you keep your workroom neat and stuff. So, and then I just finished this one. Let me cut this one and stuff. So, yeah, your supply list is really going to grow as as you start to grow your business. That's for sure. Like, I'm gonna be honest with you. Never in my life did I ever think I was gonna have this many mighty hoops. Never did I ever think I was gonna have so much thread and stabilizers. But you do. You end up your stuff ends up growing and stuff. So it's just how it is. And, you got to also, when you shop for your equipment and your supplies, honestly, you got to remember that equipment, that supply is really going to help you to really produce a good product, okay, for your customers. You can't be going for the cheap stuff. I'm telling you. I know some people, they try to go for the knockoffs and the cheap stuff. And then, what ends up happening is then they kind of regret it, okay? Sometimes the cheap thread is not the best thread, okay? Because I'm going to tell you something, one good wash and then the dye is out, okay? Or the thread can fuzz. The quality of the thread could be bad. And the next thing you know, when the customers wash it, the embroidery starts to fuzz up, or the color, the dye of the thread is gone, okay? It starts to fade and all that kind of stuff. You don't want that. You want your stuff to really, really be of good quality shape You don't want your stuff to really look shabby. You got to think about not just when you embroider it, but how is your embroidery going to last? Okay? Because remember, embroidery is something that you want, your customers to wear long term, okay? Not short term. We're not talking about heat vinyl transfer that after like 20 washes it starts to like crack and peel, or it starts to lose its shape. We're not talking about that. We're talking about embroidery. Embroidery is expensive. It's very, very expensive. It's considered a luxury product, right? So, okay, so I'm gonna turn this on. I'm gonna turn on my babies. Okay, hit embroidery here. Here we go. This is good. And you're good. All right, so, all right, carry on. All right, so anyway, you got to make sure that all of your supplies and your equipment are of very good quality, okay? And this is the thing. I'm not saying that you got to spend the top dollar on everything that you get, okay? But you have to know where you should be able to cut those corners, okay? If you're buying like a little ruler, you should be able to get a dollar ruler. All you care about is that the measurements are right? But I would not cut my I would not buy cheap thread, okay, unless I thoroughly test it to make sure that the color of the thread is not going to phase, that the thread's not going to fuzz or anything like that. The stabilizer is very important as well, because remember, the stabilizer is what kind of helps the shape of the embroidery. Okay, so you don't need cheap stabilizer. You need good quality stabilizer. So be very careful where you invest your money. Okay, sometimes there are some things that you can get away with buying the cheap stuff, and then there's other things where you really should be investing well on some of that equipment and supplies. You shouldn't really be going cheap, because then what ends up happening is your product is going to suffer. Okay, and customers notice that. Let me tell you, customers notice that. Customers are not dumb. Okay, they if they're going to be spending some money, especially if you want them to just flat out accept your price, you better make sure that when you deliver those embroidery products to your customers, that it's top notch. Okay, now I don't mean to be harsh, but I'm just telling you the flat out truth. Okay, because I am telling you, customers may look at it and then they'll be like, oh, okay. But then at the same time, when they walk away, they're going to, you know what's going to think? They're going to be like, oh, I'm not going to her again. I'm not going to her again. No way. Okay. The other thing, now let's go to number 7. Okay. Number 7. Oh, I'm falling behind because it's already 8:53. Number 7 is not setting up good business practices and processes. Now, what do you mean by that? What I mean by that is that you got to make sure that you have a very good workflow, okay? You have to have a certain business routine where everything gets covered, okay? So that way things don't fall through the cracks. You don't have a very good business workflow, even like getting something as simple, let me tell you, about collecting orders, okay? You should have a list of questions that need to be answered whenever you collect orders from customers. And I'll give you some of them. Number 1, when do they need this item by? Okay, that right there is going to tell you whether you should be taking that order or not. Because if you are swamped, okay, like right now, I'm swamped, okay? Somebody comes to me and says, hey, Jeanette, I got 5 shirts. I'd be like, you know what? I would love to take your order. You're going to need to come to me in January. Right now, I am totally booked. There is just no way I can get that for you. I can't get that for you. If you need it next week or you need it tomorrow, it's just not going to happen. Can't do it, okay? So you got to make sure you have a list of questions, okay? Like what is that you want? Okay, what is it you want? Do you have an idea of what it is that you want embroidered? Do you have a design that needs to be digitized? Do you just want names? What is it? You need to be able to gather those requirements from your customers. And the thing is, what's really, really super important is that when you are gathering those requirements for your customers, you better make sure you're gathering that stuff right. Because what's happening is you are setting the expectations, okay? You want to know what your customer expects from you. And at the same time, you better have a good understanding of that, because the last thing you want is for them to come pick up the item and that wasn't what they wanted. There was a miscommunication somehow, okay? Make sure that you write it down also, and make sure that the customer blesses it. The way I do it is I write down all the requirements in the invoice, all of it. Make sure also that you get your money up front. Don't do this half stuff. Don't do it. I'm telling you, don't do it. I had somebody call me upset because what they did was they had the customer give them half the money. When the customer came to pick it up, they said, "Oh, I thought that was the whole thing." Next thing you know, that customer walked off and only paid half price. And then the person was upset because it was a lot of work. Okay, that there is no way they were going to do that for that amount of money. So I am telling you, make sure you have good business practices, how you're going to get your order, how you're going to collect that money. And not only that, not even how you're going to deal with the customer and how you're going to deal with the money. How is your workflow while you are working? Okay, do you have your schedule, your time management? Okay, how are you doing this stuff? All right, are you doing it in a good fashion and a productive fashion? Are you running back and forth between your room and all that kind of stuff? Then that could be that maybe you need to look at how you're doing stuff. Maybe you need to set up some kind of an assembly line in order for you to go ahead and do your products and stuff. So, just stuff to think about, okay? Because remember, this is all about you guys succeeding. This is not about failure, okay? A lot of people are quitting because of that, because they're not thinking about these things. And then what happens is they start this business, and the next thing you know, they are like, they're screwed. They're just screwed. They're like, shoot, this is a lot of work. I'm all confused. And now my customers are pissed off. I made a lot of mistakes. And next thing you know, you are out of business. And I'm going to be honest with you. When you start doing embroidery and you don't do it right, it's going to be really hard to come back. It really is, because people already, and this is number 8, the first impression. You failed the first impression. You failed that first impression. Trust me, you're not going to get a second. It's going to be hard to do that comeback. It's going to be hard, because people will always remember that mess up the first time. They are. First impressions mean a lot. They really do. Okay? You want to make sure that you are professional and that you know what you're doing and that you are representing yourself and your business well. Do not have customers walking into your sewing room messy. I'm telling you, don't do it. Don't do it. Okay? Try to be as neat as possible. Customers see that. They will feel a certain way about it. They will. They're going to come out and they're going to be like, what the heck? Is she treating my garments like that? Is she throwing my stuff on the floor? People don't want to see you take their stuff and throw it on the floor. You know what I'm saying? People are particular. People are very particular about their items, especially if they are bringing you quality items for you to do embroidery. They don't want to see you, oh, thank you for all these jackets. Poof, throw it on the floor. This in this pile. This is your pile. No, customers don't want to see that. They don't want to see that, okay? If you know you got a customer that's coming over, you better clean that room. Clean it up. Make sure everything is organized, okay? They shouldn't have to step over stuff. They shouldn't have to see papers all over the place, because they see papers all over the place. You know what's going to go? Is she going to be able to do my order? Is she going to forget my order? Is she going to lose my order? Did she write my requirements right? Or is she going to screw it up? Or wait, why are my clothes thrown there together with these other clothes? How is she going to know what's my order and what's their order? Do you know what I'm saying? Okay, I'm just trying to let you guys know. Okay, you got to look at things from the customer's perspective when they come into your shop. Okay, I mean, first impressions are so important. And then not only that, the second impression and the third. Don't ever get sloppy. Don't get sloppy. I'm serious. Don't get sloppy, because I don't care how good you are. There's someone out there that's just as good as you, and they're probably neater. And the customer's going to feel more comfortable going there. So I am telling you, the first impression, very, very important. That is not something that you want to mess up on. Okay? Remember, you don't just want to grab the first customer. You want to keep that customer. You want them to continue to come. I got a lot of repeat customers, a lot of them. Okay, because and they've come up. They come up. They sit down with me. I bring up in brilliance. We work together. Okay, you got to have patience. That's the other thing too. Embroidery is very custom work, very, very custom, and the customers don't know. So what happens is, like, they'll say, "Oh, Jeanette, I want script." Well, you know what? I got like 30, 40 different types of scripts, fonts. Okay, so you know what I tell them? Pull up a chair. Let's look at what I got and let's see what fits your needs. Okay. And then I'll go ahead and I'll do the little samples for them so that they can go ahead and they can pick. Then when they pick the font, then I go, okay, now let's talk about colors. What red? Well, I have so many different shades of red. Okay. Which red is the one that you want? Okay. And sometimes me and the customers go back and forward on, well, I like this pink. No, I want it lighter. No, I want it darker. Maybe we should go for this color or that color. It's going to happen. It's going to happen. Okay. But you got to remember, you're there to help them. And at the same time, a lot of these customers that have come to me because they have like some kind of an idea of what they want, but they don't have that true vision. And then I take the time to actually help them create their vision and bring it to life. They remember that. So the next time they need some help with some other type of embroidery project, guess who they call? They call because they're like, she's nice, she's patient. And you know what? I mean, I really like it because she takes the time. And at the same time, when they come and pick it up, they pick up their item, they love it. That's what you want. You got to build that. You have to build that. And that takes time. That doesn't come easy. Okay. So, the first expression, okay. Also, number 9. This is where a lot of people screw up on. They screw up big time. The expectation of running a business. Everybody wants to, I was having a conversation with a lady the other day, and she was talking about running a business and stuff. And her vision is she thinks the money's just going to fall out of the sky. I mean, I didn't say much, and everything, but I did tell her this. I said, you know what? If you are really serious about running, I don't care whatever business you're running, it's going to be work. It is going to be work. A lot of people don't realize it. It is work. Okay. I mean, you are going to probably work harder on your business than if you work anywhere else. When you work somewhere else, you clock in, you clock out. That's it. Okay. But when it is yours, there is no clock in, there is no clock out. There is no sick days. There is no vacation days. Okay. When I have to go visit my family to Florida, okay, when I have to go visit my mom and my sister and all that kind of stuff, then I don't have to want to because I love them. But the thing is, guess what? Businesses shut down. I am shut down. I am not making any money. There is no income coming in, okay, because the business is shut down. There is no sales. There's no nothing, okay? So, it is a 24/7 type of task that you got going on. Okay. You got to realize that. Okay. You got to be truly honest with yourself too. Do you love this enough to really sacrifice and put your whole effort into it? Okay. And I'm serious about that. Okay. I mean, some of you guys that know me know that sometimes I go 1 hour sleep because I still work. I got 2.5 hours to retire. But you know what? I go to my job, I give them my all. And then when I get on that bus and I come here, I'm in that room, I'm giving my all in there too. But I love it. It's a hustle. I get tired. Absolutely, I get tired, but you got to do it. You got to do it. If you love it and this is what you want and this is your passion, your heart, believe me, you're going to do it. You're not going to quit. Okay. But if you quit, I'm not saying that it's bad, because it could be, that maybe it wasn't for you, or maybe the timing's not right. Right? Maybe it's just that something happened and you just really can't give it your all at this moment. Okay. So running a business is not really something that you can do right now. Right now, maybe you could just treat it as a hobby or just a craft, just to give gifts or something like that. And that's okay. And that's all right. Because things happen. Life happens, right? I mean, this year my dad died. And when he passed, it was, it was like a whole month or 2 months where I had to shut down, right? Because I had to be with him and my family, things happen. Things do happen, okay? Life, sometimes you can't control everything, right? But, the thing is, you have to have that passion. Oh, thank you for the super chat, Alicia. Thank you. Appreciate it. I just want you to know you are amazing. Oh, thank you. Speaking the truth. Hey, I got to be honest with you guys, okay? Because this is the thing. Like I said in the beginning, I don't want nobody failing. I don't want anybody. There is enough work for everybody. There's enough. But the thing is, I want to be real with you guys, okay? This is not an easy thing. Okay, it is not. If it's true that you want to run this as a business, I am telling you now, I'm not saying that it is not doable. I don't ever want anybody out there to think, oh my God, I can't do this. Yes, you can. You just got to want it. It's got to be in you, and you got to have your right timing too. Okay, because like I said, when things happen in my family, I had to put it on pause for a little bit, and that's okay. Things happen, right? And stuff. But I just want you guys to think about these 10 things, because I don't, that way you guys are aware of them and you guys can go out there and do your thing. And it'll be like so cool. If so many people could end up on the cover of Fortune 500, the embroidery machines, everybody posing with their embroidery machines. That would be like so cool. Now, this is the 10th item that I have. Not having an order management system, which I kind of touched on that before when we were talking about having good business practices, okay? You got to make sure that you have a system in place where you can take your orders and make sure that you are taking them effectively, that you are gathering all the required information, that you are gathering when they want that item to be delivered. You know exactly what it is that they want, okay? Do you have to get the file digitized, or is this something that you could design on your own? On the invoice, something I strongly recommend that you guys do is make sure that you guys write down the thread color that you're using, the thread weight that you're using, the numbers of sheets of stabilizer that you're using, okay? Make sure that you write as much details in there as possible, because the thing is, if that customer ever wants to reorder, then what you can do, it serves two things. First of all, it lets the customer know all the things that are involved in creating that order for them, okay? All the different steps that are involved. The other thing that it does is it also keeps a note of a record for you. So like, let's say Alicia came to me and said, hey, I need all these shirts embroidered and stuff. On the invoice, I'm going to put down, this is the logo. These are the colors that are being used. This with the weight thread that's being used, okay? And then I'll give her the invoice, she pays it, and then I go ahead and I create it. Let's say 6 months pass by and she goes, hey, guess what, Jeanette? I need 10 more shirts. Well, you know what? All I got to do is pull that invoice, okay? Because I'm not going to look at it and go, Jesus Christ, what red did I use? Did I use the burgundy red or did I use the bright red? Did I use the little light red or is it a little darker shade red? Because remember, if you guys look at a thread chart, okay, you're going to end up finding out that there's like 50 different types of red, 50 different types of blues. You're not going to remember all that, right? But if you on the invoice put down the thread and the number that you use, bingo, there you go. You don't even have to look for anything. It's right there, all the information. The other thing also is keep folders on your customers, okay, with their designs. What I do on my Mac is I have a folder that says customer orders, and each customer has a folder with their name on it. So whenever I digitize something for them, their embroidery file is folded, is saved right there. Okay, so that way, if they ever need for me to re-embroider something, I already have their file right there. Very easy to find. I'm not going in there going, Jesus, I think I put it in downloads, or maybe I put it on this USB flash drive, or Jesus, did I save it on the machine? Where is it? And stuff like that. And then I'm going all over the place. I look disorganized, unprofessional, and at the same time, you're wasting time. Okay, time is money. Okay, so you want to be efficient, you want to be fast, but you don't want to be fast where you come on, you give them sloppy work. Okay, what I'm saying is you want to make sure to be able to grab that order, get all of the requirements, manage those expectations for the customer, and do your thing. Okay, so that way you can be successful. So the reason why I wanted to do this is because I did come across some people where they were like, I just gave up. And and this is the thing. The bottom line is this is it's not easy. It's not easy, okay? Getting that first sale is really a celebration when you get your first sale. You got to put your name out there too. Make sure you market yourself, okay? Make sure that your family and your friends know that this is something that you do. Let them wear your products. You wear your products, okay? Show it off. Go to associations. Tell people that you do embroidery and everything. Put it in a community Facebook page that you put embroidery on there, okay? Let people know. Before you know it, everybody's going to be like, oh, look, that's the embroidery lady. Well, that's what they call me here. They call me the embroidery lady. So, it's like, you can do this. You can do this. The thing is that if you don't take the time to actually invest in your business, it's not going to grow. And invest, I'm not talking about just keep throwing money into it. You got to really throw a lot of time and effort into this as well. It's something that you really have to be passionate about. It's something that you really got to throw yourself in there, because then what's going to happen is you're not going to succeed. You're really not going to succeed. And, and this is not just embroidery only. I mean, I'm talking about anything in life. Okay, if you want something, go for it. But when you go for it hard. Okay, go for it with that passion and that heart. But know that whatever it is you want to achieve in life, it's going to take time. It's going to take patience, and it's going to take a lot of effort. And you can't quit and you can't give up. Okay, you have to. Are you going to run into issues? Of course. Who the heck doesn't? But the problem is, if you quit, you know for sure you're not going to make it. But if you keep at it, it's going to be okay. And you're going to do okay at the end. It eventually will happen for you. It doesn't happen overnight. No one becomes successful overnight. It just doesn't happen, okay? Unless you buy a lotto ticket or something, I guess. I don't know. And you accidentally win that, maybe. But I don't play lotto, even though Fred plays lotto and stuff. But I don't play lotto and stuff because I did a paper on it and I found out some stuff about that. And I didn't like what I found out. So anyway, yeah, so I got to check on my machine. So here we go again. All right, so here we go. Make another road trip, Mello, because I got to check the machines. I want to see how they're doing and stuff. And I know that one of the shirts should be done. And I know the lighting is bad, guys, but the information is good because I'm being very honest with you guys and stuff. So, yep, I got one machine that's done. I'm going to turn this off for now. Yeah, that is the last one of the sweatshirts. Then I have the chef shirts that I have to do, and then I have to fold them and stuff like that. So, yeah, so this is done. This is the last one. Oh, look how nice. Look how nice. Nice, nice, nice. The last one of the women's club. Man, this order is huge. Okay, so I got to tell you right here, okay, $600 worth of embroidery. That's how much I just earned in one day. Not bad. Not bad. Okay. Yeah. So, yes. And, yeah. So, whew, and it's all going to Carlito. Pay that rent. Oh my goodness. That boy, I can't wait for him to finish school and stuff. So that way I get to keep some of the money. Wouldn't it be nice? But, you know, yeah. So anyway, guys, you know, like I said, you know, running a business, everybody wants to do it. It's a nice thing. It is nice. It's something that you can call your own, right? Who doesn't like that? But the thing is, I always say, you got to make sure that you're prepared for it and that you know what you're doing. You know, here I am cutting this stuff. Let me see. Let's see. There you go. There. Just so you see how I cut it. See? I always leave like a quarter of an inch outside of the stitches because you don't ever want, and I think I told you this already, but you don't want to cut your stitches. You don't want to cut your stitches. No, I'm playing with y'all. Yeah, so, okay, so I got this one done, and this I'll be folding and put it in the bag. Then I got to let the lady know these are ready for pickup. As for that one, I'm going to let it finish stitching out and then package that up. The other, I have just three more shirts to do on that. And that's going to be on the shoulder. And I will videotape the way I'm going to do the next shirts, because what the next shirts are is their chef shirts, right? And they want this logo, which is the cheesy logo. They want this, but they want this to be on the sleeve right here. So I'm going to videotape that, okay, and show you guys how to do that. The other thing also, and I have it somewhere here. Where is it? This is it. I did a video on embroidering like the adult onesies for Christmas. A lot of people do that for the holidays and stuff. Now, the ones that I embroidered, those were expensive onesies. They were like $80 a pop, okay? Now, I told Fred that I wanted us to have some onesies of our own. So he went and he ordered these. These are not $80 a pop, okay? I'll tell you that right now. These are about, I think he spent like $24. And I will tell you, feeling them, they feel kind of thin, you know? But it's okay. I mean, it's just for me and him, you know? And I figured it'll be for Christmas. So I'm going to try to open this up. I want to see because I haven't really checked it out yet. Let's take a look and see what they look like. I'll videotape me embroidering these as well so that you guys can see. I'm just going to put the initial. Oh, they're kind of cute. Oh, okay. Oh, wow. Oh, these have the feet. Okay, I'm holding it wrong. Okay. Oh, it has little, oh, this is cute. Okay. All right, this must be his because it's too big. And Yeah, it is a little bit on the thin side. I will say this. It's a little bit on the thin side. Also, the fabric, if you look at it, and I think you guys can tell, I hope I'm not talking too loud for you guys, but there is some fuzz on here happening, right? So, because there is fuzz on this, two things you can do. Okay. Well, first of all, you're going to have to make sure you double up on the stabilizer. Okay. Because this is very thin material. So you will have to double up on the stabilizer, cutaway stabilizer. Because as you guys know, on clothes, you should always use cutaway stabilizer because clothes get washed a lot. If you use tearaway stabilizer, what happens is the tearaway dissolves in the wash. And remember, the stabilizer is what helps the embroidery to stay intact. Okay. So when it comes to clothing, I always recommend the cutaway stabilizer, okay? Because this will last in the wash, okay? And this is what helps the embroidery stay intact, okay? So because this is thin, okay, I'm going to use two, probably three. I'll probably use three. I do want to put Fred's initials on here. These are kind of cute. I'm going to put his initials on it, but I think what I will probably do is, remember last week I showed you guys the stockings, how I did like a little patch for the stockings and stuff. I'm thinking maybe I'll probably do a patch with the initials. I will not do the initials straight on here because of the fuzz. Even if you use water stabilizer, the plastic stuff, and you put it underneath, it will give it a little bit of lift. But what I'm concerned is the lasting, making sure that something is long lasting. Okay. Because not only will we wear it this Christmas, I do want us to wear it next Christmas as well. We don't gain any more weight. Okay. So anyway, hopefully, if not, then I guess we'll need a bigger size. Okay. So the water, because of the fabric, and there is a little bit of fuzz on here, it if you do use if you could use water soluble stabilizer on this, the only thing that I tell you is whatever font you use, make sure it's a thick font. Okay, if you use a very thin font, it will eventually shrink in there. Not shrink, sink. It'll sink inside the threads, and then next thing you know, it won't look too good after you wash it and all that kind of stuff. So I'm going to look at some fonts. If I have some thick fonts, then I'll do it that way. If not, I'm going to try to do a patch. Okay. And I'll just sew it on there with a patch and stuff. But I think he got these for like $24.99, something like that. For that price, I think this is decent. At first when I felt it a little bit, I was thinking, oh God, these really feel cheap. But now looking at it, no, yeah, these are his. This is the two. Yeah, now looking at it, I think this is a good buy. This is not a bad buy. I'll link this in case you guys, they had different colors and all that kind of stuff. He got it off of Amazon and stuff. Because when I saw that ladies, they were about like $80, and I was like, but they were heavy. They were very, very good material. I will tell you this. It was $80, but she's got her money's worth. Okay. But my whole thing is I was like, I don't want to spend $8 on pajamas for one day. You know what I mean? And then knowing us, and knowing me, I'll probably be like, have a hot flash or something, be like, oh God, it's too hot. Next thing you know, it's coming off, So I'm like, I don't know. But yeah, so this is kind of cute. So I will embroider this, and let me put this on the side here. And yeah, so that's cute. I'll throw this out, and this is to fold and stuff. And then you guys notice, like I said, keep things neat, because customers, They are aware. They are aware of how things are. So make sure you have stuff organized and everything. First impressions so freaking important because you don't want to piss them off. Well, not piss them off, but you don't want them to feel some kind of way, and then next thing you know, they're you just you lost a customer and all that kind of stuff. You don't want to do that and stuff. So I'm gonna put this away. Yeah, I'm done with this machine. This one's being shut down, so I'm shutting that one down because I'm done. You can rest. Give you a good clean tomorrow morning and change all those needles. That's the other thing too, because I have been working so hard. No, I'm going to turn this on so that it can finish off because that is the last one. The other ones are the chef shirts, and I will do that in the morning. And then we can go downstairs. I think the lighting is a lot better down there. I'll let that finish off. And come on, Mello. Go downstairs because I think the lighting is a little better down here. Then I can go through the chat and talk with you guys. Yeah, it's a little dark over here. Okay, let's see. Let me get the lighting over here better and stuff. So going into my living room so that we can relax. Mello's a little pissed off because I kind of changed my furniture a bit. And I used to have a love seat, and then I went and I got 2 separate chairs. So he can't sit next to me anymore. So he's kind of ticked off about it. And I'm going to sit in this chair. And now Mello got the other chair. But every time he sits in his chair, he gives me his back. Right, Mello? Yeah, he's mad. He's pissed. So, yeah, I think the lighting is a little bit better over here. So I'm really sorry about the lighting and stuff. But, yeah, so let's see. Yeah, let me sit over here. I think over here is a little better because I don't know if it looks too dark for you guys and stuff. Can I sit with you, Mello? Can we sit together? You can? Oh, he's giving me that look. Look at that. That dog. So I'm going to go through the chat and stuff. So I already touched down all the 10 things about running an embroidery business, trying to get better lighting here. So I'm going to go through the chat and say hi to you guys and everything. And yeah. Okay, I see Jackie. I see Belgian. No way. That's right. No, not me. Never. Hey, Judy. I wonder who's calling in. Who is quitting embroidery? I know it can't be Jeanette. Who will Mello supervise? You know Mello ain't going to let me stop embroidering. He's going to be like, I need my bones, Hey, Robin. How you doing? Hey, Miriam. I see Linda. Hey, Darlene, can't log into EFSA, but I did send my gift if you're keeping track. Oh, thanks, Darlene. Okay, appreciate it. You should be able to log in, though, but send me a message and stuff because I want to make sure that we get you straight and stuff. Hey, Iris, how you doing? Hey, J-Love, how are you? Hey, Alyssa, I see Maureen. Hey, Miss Banks, how you doing? I know you saw me use your little scissors, your little pink scissors that you got me. Every time I use those little snips, I always think about you. Always thinking about you. Hey, Alma. Hey, Picture Me Crafting. How you doing? I see Joanne, Evelyn, Karen, Jenny, Trisha, Miss Moon. How are you? Hey, Nina B. I see Peggy, Joyce, Karen, Money. Yep. A little tired, but that's okay. Hey, Becky, how are you? I see Iris, Eartha. You hit the lottery? I wish I hit the lottery. Well, I don't know if Fred hit the lottery and stuff. Fred plays every week. Hey, Tammy. Hey, Charmaine. Charmaine, how you doing? Hey, Shirley. Hey, Karen. Oh, see, yep. And that's exactly how I'm seeing it too. Yes, Karen says I'm seeing more machines for sale. Totally true. I see a lot of machines for sale too. And I think it's because people are giving up. People are actually giving up. A lot of people are starting to realize that embroidery is not really an easy thing to do. Okay. You really got to know what you're doing. And just running a business, there is a lot of things that you have to keep, really keep track. Okay. One of the things also, if you haven't taken a business class or something, I would try to reach out to like maybe a community college by you or something like that, or even search on YouTube and try to see if you can get information on certain things about running a business, because there's just so many things that people have to learn, and people sometimes kind of like learn on the fly. Like I will admit there have been a lot of things that I learned on the fly. I have been very fortunate though at the same time, because I do have a very good friend of mine that is a tax attorney, and he helps me out a lot when it comes to the taxes and all that kind of stuff and everything. He always comes every year, even though like my husband does it, but he's always that extra pair of eyes for us, and he tries to help me to stay out of trouble and stuff, and he provides me a lot of very good advice. Always like, look for professionals to help you. They're there for a reason. And you know how I sometimes say, it's good to spend money in one area, and then there's other areas where, you could be a little frugal. Well, getting professional advice when you really need it, that is where you want to spend your money. Okay. Because if you don't, and you make a mistake, it can be a very costly mistake. So, just a lot of people, they're starting to realize it's not easy. It is just so much, and it can be overwhelming. It really truly can. It can be very overwhelming because it's got to be registering your license, then getting a tax ID, then you have to like you get a tax exempt form, filling out all the tax exempt forms with all your vendors, collecting sale tax from your customers, paying the sale tax to your state, filling out your taxes at the end of the year. It can be a lot. It can be very, very overwhelming, which is why I always say, you got to make sure that you pace yourself and you're organized, and that you really take care of you, and focus on your time management, your business processes, and everything, in order for it to run smooth. And all of this takes time, and that's one of the biggest things that I notice a lot of people don't have, like, the patience, right? They just get very overwhelmed, and then all of a sudden they come out and then they say, that's it, I don't want to do this anymore. I don't, this is just too much. And they don't, it's like maybe they just did, they just had some kind of an idea that they thought, like I said in the very beginning, that they were going to be sitting back having a margarita, and the money was just going to flow in the front door. When in actuality, when it comes to certain business like this, you're going to be rolling up those sleeves, and you're going to get those hands dirty. You're going to be up for hours. I mean, I'm up for hours and stuff, it's hard. It's not an easy business. It really isn't. Okay. And, you really got to know your stuff. You got to stay on top of your game, but a lot of people are starting to give up, and they are, like Karen said, she's starting to see a lot of embroidery machines out there for sale on Facebook. And it's because people bought the machines and they thought it was going to be easy, and then they find out this ain't for me, and it's kind of like a shame, because some of these folks invested thousands into some of those machines, and then now it's like after spending all that money, it's like they just kind of like gave up and stuff. So yeah. But Karen, totally agree with you. I see a lot of machines out there now for sale and stuff, and which is kind of, and sometimes, and I don't want to be unfair and say that everybody's giving up. Like I said, sometimes people have to put things on hold for personal reasons. Yeah, but I just, I wanted to really share that information with you guys tonight, because those are pitfalls, that can really deter you from being successful if you don't really pay attention, right? So And like I said, my whole goal for this channel and my whole goal really with anything that I do is I get a high when I see other people do well. I like that. I really do. I think it's fun. I think it's great. I like seeing other people, men, women, whatever, just do well. I mean, I think it's really great. I mean, it makes me sad when I see people fail and stuff like that. But at the same time, it makes me feel good when they fail and then they go, damn, I failed, but I failed because of this. And it's because I did this wrong or that wrong. And they don't give up. They just keep going. It's kind of like how I say in embroidery, when you make a mistake, you're pissed off at that moment because you're like, damn, I messed up this garment, or I messed up this blank, or, it just didn't work out. But it's the same time, even though you messed up, what you should be doing is take a look at that and see, why did it mess up? Did I, was it a problem with the bobbin? Was it a problem with the tension on my machine? Was it because I ran it at top speed and I should have slowed down? I mean, what happened? So and that's how you learn, and that's how you get better, and that's how you end up becoming an expert in your field, by just taking a mistake and throwing it in the garbage and not taking the time to investigate as to what it is that went wrong and what you should have done better to improve it. That's kind of like a lost opportunity to me, right? You're losing an opportunity for you to really excel. So, it's I don't know. I just feel like it depends on how you take things. You got to take them in stride. And this is the other thing too. And I'm just going to tell you guys up front. I mean, success does not happen overnight. It takes time. For some people, it might happen quickly. For others, it may take a little extra time. But this is how I look at it. Who are you racing with? I mean, and are you racing? Don't race. Enjoy it. It's your time. It's your journey. Everyone has their own journey. Okay. Some people, are going to turn left. Some people are going to turn right. Some people are going to go forward. Some people are going to go backwards. I mean, it's your journey. You shouldn't be competing with anybody else. Do your thing. Just focus on you and what you want to do and go on your pace. If somebody, takes off, just be happy for them. You're going to take off too. If you're just a little slower, then you're just a little slower, and that's okay with that. It's no big deal. It becomes a big deal if you make it a big deal, and you end up getting upset about it and stuff. You got to believe in yourself, and be around those that believe in you, and just, I don't know. I mean, that's just how I feel. What do you think about that, Mello? You feel that way about Mello? What do you think, Mello? Mello feels the same, right? You okay? The way he looks at me. That dog. I'm telling you, he's funny. So anyway, yeah, so me and Mello kind of feel that way, right, Mello? We just take it in stride, I mean, there are times when I don't get sales. And then there are times when I get so many sales where I'm kind of like, man, I need to clone myself. You just never know. So, just don't worry about, other people and how they're, what they're going. Go at your own pace and everything's going to work out at the end, Let me see. Hey, Judy, need to have a place where you can go and rent time and test out machines for a couple of weeks and then decide what machine to buy. You know what, Judy? That is a really good idea. I should probably, you know what? I'm going to see if I can do that. I like that idea. What do you think about that, Mello? What do you think? Yeah, because it is a big investment. This is a very, very huge investment that I want to make. It's going to be my third machine. I could go with another brother if I want to, because I actually like him. What do you think, Mello? I actually like the brother, But the thing is, I want to try something different. I want to try to take things to another level. So, I don't know. So we'll see. And stuff. But I think that's a good idea, and I'm gonna go see if there's something I can do like that, Judy. Thanks so much for doing that. Hey Nancy, how you doing? Hey Robin. Oh, Karen says, I hang my boo-boos in my room as a reminder. My gift will be going out on Monday too. Okay, cool. So I'm not alone. I do have the gifts embroidered, but like I said, oh my goodness, Mellow. Oh, did you hear that sigh? I just want to add 2 more goodies in there, and then I'll probably ship them out. If it doesn't go out tomorrow, it'll definitely go out on Monday for sure. And stuff. Mellow looking good. Yeah, he'll be looking better tomorrow because he has a grooming appointment at 11:30. So he goes to the groomers tomorrow. You will be yeah, I am busy, Evelyn. Truly, truly busy and stuff. Hey Jenny, how you doing? Did you guys hear that? What? All this sign. I don't get it. It's like, you would have thought that he was the one that was running all these embroidery machines, right, Mello? Is that what you're saying? The way he looks at me, I don't know if you guys can hear him. Okay, Mello. He's funny. Oh my goodness. Hey Marlene, how you doing? Yes, Mello, I hear you. Oh my goodness. Hey Robin. Karen's. Oh no. Karen said she had a hard week. She hit a deer on Monday night. I'm fine. Car isn't. Aw. Well, I'm glad you're okay and stuff. Let's see. I'm gonna see if you guys have any questions. Hey, Crafty Puerto Rican, how you doing? Hey, Miss Max, how are you? Look at that. Oh my God, that Mellow. Oh no, my sister, she placed a large order online of crochet thread. It seems like it was stolen. So disappointed. I tell you, boy, crime today. Hopefully she gets it. Let's see. Lots of time. Sympathies has 5 years of zero financing. I bought all of my machines that way. I did too, Marcia. I bought my 2 brothers that way as well. Because that's a very good economical way to do it. Let's see. I'm trying to go down. Hey Debbie, how are you? Oh my God, Marcia said, got a new 65-inch TV and figured out how to watch you on it tonight. I'm on the big screen. Oh my goodness. That's pretty awesome. Oh, poor Nancy. Okay, I'm sure someone got a great gift. It was over $100. Mellow, stop. Come on. So whoever got it, make something nice for someone. Aw. Oh yeah, guys, if you guys like the information today, please give me a thumbs up. I appreciate it. And look at Mello. He's over here yelling at me. Oh my God. What is wrong with you? What? Oh, stop. Oh, I hate it when he does that. Mean dog. Okay, so stop. Oh my God, you're pushy. Okay, so what? No, stop, Mello. All this barking. Oh, Cut it out. Okay, I see you. I see you, boo boo. I see you. You okay? You all right? You all right, big boy? What is it? Oh my goodness. Anyway, yeah. So do you see you? Oh, he's pushy. Stop, Mellow. Stop. Stop it. Let's be good. Let's be good. Let's be a good boy. Okay? There you go. All right. Let's calm down. All right. Oh my goodness. This dog. Yes, it looks like Nancy lost her thread. That kind of sucks. Yeah, and I'm sorry about the lighting, guys. I know my lighting upstairs is not like the best, okay? Probably, I thought it was going to be better here too, but I don't know. For me, it kind of feels like it's a little bit on the dark side over there too, so I don't know. I don't know if the lighting's pretty good and stuff. And I'm sorry that while I was doing embroidery happy hour that I had to kind of like work with you guys, but yeah, I gotta get these orders out. These, like I said, those are 2 big orders. Each of them 10 garments each one. I still have the 3 chef shirts to do, and I'll just do that tomorrow morning when I wake up. At the same time, videotape. What do you think about that? What do you think about that? And then I'll just do that, so yeah, and then I'm going to take off tomorrow, Saturday, because I do have to take him to the groomers because somebody's got to get handsome tomorrow. Right, boo-boo? He's going to get all handsome tomorrow. So, yeah, and I'll finish that order up and stuff. So, hey, Louise, how you doing? Hey, Deborah, how are you? One point that Jeanette insists on: full payment up front. Had orders canceled days after, but before ordered. Yeah, I mean, I always say, don't turn on the machine without the money in hand. Seriously, don't do it. Just don't do it. Hey, Denise, how are you? Let's see. Oh, I see. People are losing their Is that Mellow on your hat? Yes, it is. This is a Mellow. Yes, this is Mellow. Right, Mellow? This is you? Is this you? Who's that? It's Mellow. Who's that? Okay, yeah. This is Mellow. This is a Mellow on my hat. Yes. Let's see. I'm going down. Hey, baby giant. How are you? Hey, Felicia. Let's see. Oh, Karen got a good one too. Look, for you guys to really practice it. Get cheap stuff from the thrift store and learn how to hoop it and everything. That's a very, very good idea because the clothes are cheap. The clothes are cheap. You're not spending top dollar on those clothes. And then you can learn how to embroider it and hoop it and all that kind of stuff. She's right. You do that. Hey, Miss Shirley, how you doing? How are you tonight? Let's see. And if you guys don't know, Miss Shirley, she does her lives on Tuesdays and stuff. She got some really good topics also. And that's the name of her channel too, just so you guys know. So too we begin embroidery. And the other channel that I love watching, my favorite, is the Crafty Puerto Rican. And she is here. Where are you? There you go. She's Crafty Puerto Rican. She got some really good videos too. She does rhinestones and all that kind of stuff and everything. And then my sister has a channel as well. This is another channel if you guys are interested, Gifts HQ. She does lives every Saturday at noon. And she loves to knit, which is, as I could see on the chat, she's upset because somebody took her thread. Her yarn, actually, because she orders a lot of yarn. So I guess she had like a really good order and stuff. Hey, Ozzy, Merry Christmas to you. I know you're busy too. Mellow, stop. Don't do that. Scratch it up on the furniture. How dare he? Don't you do that. Be good. Let's see. I'm trying to go down, see if there's questions and stuff from you guys. And look at what Marsha just put down. I don't know if you guys caught that. She said she had a friend that had an Etsy shop for years. She needed a help a couple of years ago. I helped her out and I learned a lot. Sometimes you learn a lot by just helping somebody else. And so, hey, Rhonda, how are you? Where do you get your bombs? Get them from Hab plus Dash. They're the cheapest. You could go to Amazon and stuff like that, but they cost more. What do you have in your mouth, Mello? Oh, he has toy in his mouth. All right, you want to come up? Okay, here you go. All right, he has a toy in his mouth and stuff, so we'll probably hear his squeaky toy. Yeah, now he's got his little squeaky toy in his mouth, as you can see. Right, Mello, you okay? All right. There you go. All right. So, yeah, but Hab plus Dash, they got the best prices and stuff. You do have to have a business license though to get them. But yeah, that's where I get them, and I get the magnetic bobbins. That's for the multi-needle machines. Now I get the pre-winded bobbins for my SC 1900. If you have a flatbed machine, those are the ones that I get and stuff. Let's see. Hey Kim, how are you? What is the price range of in Brilliance? Hey Marsha, wait, if you're getting in Brilliance, what is it, Papa? If you're getting in Brilliance, I recommend that you start with in Brilliance Essentials. Stop, Mello. Mello. He's getting antsy. Start with in Brilliance Essentials, okay? And that usually, when I bought it, it was like $129. It may have gone up to $139. I'm not sure. They always have the sales and stuff like that. I have a link in the video description below. You know, but always start with in Brilliance Essentials. It usually runs like $139. There you go. Angela put it on there. Yeah. It is very user-friendly. She's right. It is very user-friendly. There's a lot of tutorials on how to use it. I even have a couple of tutorials on the on this channel as well on how to use in Brilliance Essentials. I like it. That's the one that I use. But however, though I use it on my Mac. They do have a Windows version and they have a Mac version. The thing is, if you have a Mac, okay, and I'm all Apple. No, I'm all Apple. But if you have a Mac, then kind of the only embroidery software that I have found that runs on a Mac is actually in Brilliance, and it's a very good software. I gotta tell you. I mean, I agree with Andrea. I find it very very user friendly as well. So let me start. Yep, side hopper scissors. Yes, that's the one that I use. You know, Miss Shirley, look, she put down, I think I lost my high. You know what? They are easy to lose because they're so small. They really are. They're easy to lose. They're so small. They really are. Okay, Marlene says, will you be keeping your current machines? Yes, I will. And oh, thanks. Yeah, Marlena, I will be keeping, I am not getting rid of any of my machines. If my family will grow, but no one will ever leave. So I have my 6 needle machine, I have my 10 needle machine. They will stay right here. I am going to get the third. I just need to figure out which one I'm going to get. I keep going back and forth, or should I get another brother 10 needle machine? Because I mean, as you guys can see, the embroidery comes out awesome. Okay. You know, my whole thing is, though, I am starting to get requests from customers on the hat side. The brother machines do embroider hats, but they're a little bit tricky. And I don't think the quality of the embroidery on a hat is like really like great. But I want to be fair, okay? I have not embroidered too many hats on the brother machines, okay? I do have two types. Stop, no. I do have two types of hat hoops, okay? I do plan on getting the Generation 2 hat hoop, which is supposed to allow you to embroider in a bigger area on the hat. And, and the thing is, there is a lot of different things that I have to really get used to, okay? Like, I know how to hoop it, but the thing is, I need more practice in it. I need to make sure that I am hooping it right. And, you got structured hats, you got unstructured hats. I really need more practicing, right? So to be fair, I can't come out and say, oh, those machines suck with hats. I don't want to say that because look, I embroidered this hat using that machine. As you can see, it came out really nice, okay? So it's just that there are just certain things that I want to do with hats that I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to do that with the brothers, which is why I am starting to look at the more professional machines. But I'm going to still play around with it. Like I said, my goal is 1 year. Okay. My son should be out of VCU by May, which means that no more paying for any type of apartments or anything like that, because he'll probably either move back in with me or he'll go off do his own thing. But that expense will be off the table. And then what I'm going to be doing is just collecting all the money that I make from my embroidery business, YouTube or whatever. And I'm going to be saving that for the third machine. But like I said, in the meantime, I am still going to be exploring a lot of the options on the Brother 10 needle machine. I am going to practice more on the hat side because I really want to try to excel that. Yeah, so I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. If I see that the hats and everything looks just as professional as those other machines, maybe I'll just go ahead and I'll just say, you know what, maybe I'll just get another 10 brother machine and do the 3. But I do need another machine because I have to keep up with these orders. My orders are starting to get large. And as you can see, I had one machine working on one order of 10 shirts and the other machine was set up to work on the other order of 10 shirts. So if I had a third machine, I could probably have sped it off a lot faster. But yeah, I'm going to need a third machine for sure, because I could have had the third machine working on my online orders, because now I got a bunch of online orders from Etsy and I have to work those. So I already told myself I'm just going to leave those alone for now, and I'll finish these two large orders. Once these are done, I'll take a break, and then Sunday is when I will do all my online orders to make sure they go out on the mail on Monday. And probably tomorrow I'll probably finish my gift miss, my gift exchange gifts, because like I said, I want to throw 2 things in there. And then Melo wants to go to the bathroom. And then what I'll do is I will gotta let him out, because if not, he'll get pissed, All right, you gotta go out. Oh, the light's out on site. Okay. So yeah, so I have to go ahead, be free. Yeah, he's probably gonna leave some coffee beans. Coffee beans for me to clean up tomorrow. So yeah, so I am gonna definitely need another machine, that's for sure. No, he's just sitting out there. Okay. What stabilizer did you use on your sweatshirt? I use Cutaway on sweatshirts, and I usually always like to use 2 sheets. You can get away with 1 sheet if you want, but I really like to have that extra stability. So what I usually do is I always like to use 2 sheets and stuff. Let's see. Quality of materials Absolutely. It is. It really is. You know, I mean, you can skip on some things, but there are some other things you do not want to skip on at all. That is for sure. Hey, Rita, how are you doing? Hey, Barbara. Please share the brand names of you are considering. I will. What I do plan on doing, well, I'll tell you right now. Okay. The Tacoma, that's I think I'm saying it right. I'm not sure. The Brandon and the ZSK. Those are the three that I am looking at. And they are all in the above $20,000 range. They're very, very expensive. That's what the professionals really use. So those are the three that I'm looking at. You know, I have not decided yet, okay, which one. So I do plan on seeing what, you know, who I can visit that have these machines so that I can look at these machines more in depth, look at their capabilities and stuff like that. But yeah, those are the ones, Barbara, that I am looking at. It's Tamiya, and I think if any of you guys watch Ribeiro, I think it's Ribeiro Thread. No, Romero Threads. He bought that one. And I'm looking at that one too. And the JSK, which is one that John Deere recommends. He uses those in his factories. And the Brandon brand. Or am I saying it right? Brandon or Brondon? I think it's Brondon. I think it's that one. That's also another brand that I'm looking at as well. Those are the three and stuff. But I have to also look at the machine, their capabilities, most importantly, their support, because I need to know how am I going to get the support I need if I get these machines. How am I going to make sure that they run? Because like everything in life, things break down. And when a machine breaks down and you're in the middle of running a business, that's a big problem, okay? Because if a machine's down, that means orders don't get done as quickly as possible, because that means I'm one machine down, and it could be a big issue. So yeah, so support is going to be one of the biggest factors in, besides the functionality and capability of the machine, into what I decide. But those are the three that I am looking at. And if I see that those three is just not going to be a good possibility for me because of maybe the lack of support that I can get, and if I see that the brother can actually do what I need it to do regarding hats and stuff, I'll just get another brother 10 machine. You know, that's probably what I'll do. I mean, and it's okay. You know, I'll be fine with that. But I am going to need a third machine because my business is truly growing, and I'll be retiring in 2 years and a half. And it's at that time. And it's funny because this was the period where I was just supposed to get my feet wet, right? I'm just supposed to just learn. I honestly, I did not know that this was going to take off the way it has been taking off. Okay. I thought I was going to, it was going to go a little slower, right? But, and it's a good thing. It's a good thing. Oh, you're done? Okay. So Mello's done. He's done, and he's ready to come in. See, look at that. Oh my goodness. All right. So did everything go okay? All right. So he's going to want a treat now. Okay. All right. Fine. Okay. So, yeah, but it's going to depend on on certain things. But, yeah, I didn't expect this to take off the way it did. You're just going to get 2, Mello, because you're going to get fat. Here you go. There. One more. There you go. Okay. That's it. No more. No more. No more. You're going to have to poop again if you want another one. Okay. So anyway, yeah, which is a good thing. I mean, it took off a little quicker than I thought. You know, it's fine, but at least, now I got to prepare myself. So I definitely am going to need a third machine. And the thing is also is I'm pretty good at knowing how to pace myself well. Okay. So if I get an order and I see that, if I get an order and I see that I'm overwhelmed or I don't feel that I can really, fill that order in the time frame that the customer wants, like I said, I'm very honest and very open with them, and I let them know. I did get a lot of orders that came in during the holiday season where people were kind of like, I felt kind of bombarded in a way, because thing is, I'm back at work. I'm back in the office full time. So, I get up early in the morning and I'm going all the way to Washington, D.C., then I'm coming back. And, that takes a lot out of you. And then I'm working at night. And I actually had to tell customers, no, I can't take your order. Because I just can't, I'm one person, right? So, you got to make sure that you pace yourself well. And I'm pretty good at doing that. And a lot of my customers kind of know me, especially, I have a lot of repeat customers. So they know how I work. They know how I work. They know that if I can do something, I'll do it. Like I am squeezing in one order. Okay. And it's only one shirt. And the reason why I'm doing it is because it's another young lady who is starting her business. She's starting a coffee shop business. And her opening is on the 20th of this month. And she just wants a hoodie with her company logo on it. Now, I told her I will do one for her because I don't want her to have the opening of her shop and she doesn't have anything with her logo on it because, I want her to succeed. I want her to be, to do good. So she dropped off the sweatshirt today. So I will make sure I have that for her done tomorrow because the last thing I want, even though I have till the 20th of this month to do it, I don't want her to worry about her shirt because, she's probably got so many things on her plate about her opening and all that kind of stuff. So that the last thing I want is for her to worry about her attire and stuff. So I'm going to make sure that I have that for her tomorrow. I'll finish that along with the 3 other shirts that I have to do. And then I think I'll be good. Yeah, I think I'll be good and stuff. But yeah. But those are the 3. Let's see. Let's see. I'm going down. Hey, Debbie, the quality of materials, very important. Yep, I got that. Okay. Hey, Rita, how you doing? Let's see. Hey, you up, listen. How you doing? Presentation, very important. Yep. Did you quit? Heck no, I ain't quitting, Alicia. Money's good. Money's good. Whole topic is I don't want anyone to quit. Okay, so that's why I wanted to make sure everybody knew the what to watch out for and stuff. Hey, Karen, how you doing? Embroidery is work. There you go. Ozzy will tell you because he has his own embroidery business as well. And it is a lot of work. It's not easy. It really isn't. It is a lot of work. It's a hustle. So you really got to know what you're doing and stuff. Oh, and thank you so much for the super chat, Alicia. I appreciate that and stuff. Speaking the truth. Hey, I'm always going to be honest with you guys, right? I am. I'm just going to be honest because that's just who I am. And stuff. The rat-tat-tat-tat noise drives me crazy sometimes. Yep. It's same thing too. I put headphones on as well sometimes. And it's an awesome feeling when clients pay me for my work and tell me how much they love it. It is. It's rewarding. It really is rewarding. It does. It really does help you feel good and stuff. She's giving you free 99 knowledge on running an embroidery business. Hit that like button. Thank you. I appreciate that. Extra money, extra income. Yep, it sure is. Let's see. Hey Debbie, what is that? That's exactly what I do. I keep records of all the fonts materials that I use, and I also take a picture of them. Yep, you got to be organized. And yep, time is money. You get one time to make an impression. It's just like a job interview. If you really think about it, it is. It's a job interview. When you meet a customer for the first time, that is a job interview. They're looking for someone to provide a service, and they want to know how good you are, and they want to know if they can trust you. That's really the big key. That's really the word, trust. You want to make sure that your customers have that confidence in your ability, your skill set, and that they can trust that you're going to be honest with them. I mean, I do have some customers that sometimes they'll come to me and they'll say, well, I kind of want this color. I'll tell them that looks kind of tacky. Well, I don't say it like that. I really don't say it like that looks tacky. But what I'll do is I'm thinking to myself, that ain't gonna look good, but then I come on and go, well, okay. Oh, you like that? Okay. Well, why don't you consider this? And then I'll go and I'll pick another color thread that I think would be better. And then I'll put it aside and then I'll go, what do you think about that? Do you like that one a little bit better? Because I think maybe this will be a little easier on the eye or something like that. Unless this is really something that you really, really like. Because remember, everybody's got different tastes, right? So, you got to make sure that, you have a very good impression with your customers and stuff. Okay, Jeanette, do you have a form that you fill out when writing up customers' orders? If so, can you share? I don't use a form, and Leanna. What I do is I have a notebook. I just carry a notebook with me. I write down the customer's name, their information. I like to have a conversation with them. And when I have the conversation with them, what I usually do is when I'm pulling out all the information that I need. I look at the garment that they want embroidered, and I ask them about the size of their logo, what kind of designs they're looking for and everything. And as we are talking, I'm writing my notes down. Now, a lot of times what I do is I take some of those notes, right, regarding like colors, the font styles they want, the logo, any type of digitizing, all of that goes into their invoice. Okay, because I like the invoice to be as detailed as possible, because if anything ever happens, like I have to do the job again, or they just want to reorder or something like that, it's very easy to pull up the invoice and you have all the color threads that you use, all the different types of weights, how much stabilizer and everything. It's like the whole diary is right there, and it's easy for you to remember. But I don't actually use a particular form. I mean, if you want, you can make one. Especially if you find that there's common questions that you ask all the time, that's not a bad idea, because there are common questions that I ask. The first one that I always ask is, when do you need this item by? That's what it is. And then I look at the item, and then I ask them also, where did you get this item from? Because I accept risks, okay? And some people don't want to accept risk. It all depends on you. I have no problem embroidering on customer items, okay, as long as they are replaceable. And if I mess it up, I will replace it. I also like to know how much did that item cost, because if you come to me with something that is very, very, very expensive, like a couple of thousands of dollars, chances are I'm not going to embroider on that, because I'm not going to go out there and buy you another Louis Vuitton bag. It's just not going to happen, okay? If I'm going out there to buy a Louis Vuitton bag, it's because it's for me, okay? No, I'm not going to do that. However, I have taken risks pretty high. You guys have seen some videos where I had embroidered a $500 jacket. I have embroidered $500 bags, okay? I've taken some pretty risks, okay? However, though, on those items, I didn't mind taking the risk, because I was like, you know what? If I mess this up, I know how I can fix it for me and I could use it, But I don't do the form thing. Okay. So, there are some questions that are very common, and those are some of them, right? And then I also, the stitch count and all that kind of stuff. Now, one of the things I never do, and I've said this to you guys in the past, never offer a price up front. Right away, people are going to approach you. They're going to say, how much does it cost to do this? You don't do that. You tell them, I have to get back to you on that. That is the response you want to give them. You're going to say, well, I'm going to have to look at this a little further, and then I'll get you an estimate. The reason why I tell you to do that is because sometimes you don't know the amount of stitches that it's going to take, and you don't even know how long something is going to take to stitch out. All right. So the last thing you want to do is to undercut yourself, because then what happens is that you go ahead and you say, oh, it's going to be $10. And then you find out that it had like a whole bunch of different color changes. And next thing you know, you find out that it's going to take an hour to stitch out or something like that. And then you're stuck, right? Because you already offer them that price. You don't want to do that. So I always tell people, don't, make sure you do your research before you are handing out, your estimate prices. I'm serious about that, guys, because you can mess yourself up. I've done it. I've messed myself up. Sometimes when you learn the hard way, that's the best way to learn and stuff. But yeah, so just things to keep in mind and stuff. And there, what is it? Are there machine embroidery publications? I'm sure they are. I haven't read any. I do read a lot of articles regarding machine embroidery, and I do share some of those links. You want to sit here? Come here. I think he's getting antsy and that stuff. I think, yeah, because it's 10:30. Mello likes to go to sleep early. You believe that? Okay, so let me see. Wait, Mello. I'm going down the chat. Oh, my goodness. Stop. Hey, Miss Ferguson. How you doing? If you wear it, don't tear it. I like that, Angela and Stitches. Yeah, if you wear it, don't tear. It's true. Yeah. Let's see. Hey, Terry, how are you? Hey, Nana. Look like Nana went night. It is getting late, guys. Ooh, all my embroidery happy hours are so long. But I like to share info. I really do. And stuff, because you never know who you're going to help and stuff. A lot of waste with embroidery. Checking in from Ohio. Pinkway. Well, I would say yes or no, loving. Like, it depends how you look at it. Sometimes if you make them, well, let me see. Someone, who was it? Somebody, I think it was my girlfriend Robin. She sent me a picture of all this wasted thread, right? Because you get all these, you got to cut the thread and all that stuff and everything. So she considered that like wasteful. And I kind of do too, because what do you do with that thread? You can't do anything. You got to throw it out, right? But, and there is a lot of stabilizer, and sometimes the stabilizer, of course, the stabilizer should be bigger than your hoop. And then when you go in embroidering and then you cut around it, you could visualize as all that stabilizer was waste. But was it really waste? Because it was really needed in order for it to really hoop correctly in that hoop, right? So that it could be nice and stable for it to be embroidered. So was it really a waste? I don't know. I guess it depends on how you look at things sometimes. And sometimes you could think of a mistake as being a waste, right? But if you really want to peel the onion and learn why you made that mistake, then to be honest, that mistake really wasn't a waste because it provided you valuable information on how to do things better. So it kind of depends on how you look at things, Let's see. Let's see. Oh, some cities have maker spaces. Oh, I should look into that. I wonder if Virginia has a maker space. That would be pretty cool. Oh, Eric's saying ZSK. Yes, and that is definitely one of the machines that I am looking at. Um, I mean, it is one of the top of the lines. That one and the one that Morel Thread got, I think it's with a T. I think it's T Gina, something like that. That's another top of the line, and the Brandon one. The Brandon is kind of like the third, but ZSK and the Tajima are the two that are very close neck and neck. So to be honest, if I go full in, it's either going to be a ZSK or it's going to be that Tajina one. If not, then I'll probably end up with a Brandon or another brother and stuff. Hey Simone, how you doing? Hey Sean, how are you? The shows like Impressions, you can test the machines. And you know what? Yes, and I do plan on going, and I'm hoping that those two companies are going to be there, or those three companies are going to be there, because I would love to see all three machines. That is for sure. So, you talked about the software application. Well, hey, Big City Owl. Well, the one that I use is Embrilliance Essentials. Okay, I like Embrilliance, but the thing is, like I said, I'm a Mac girl. Okay, so I'm and embroidery software. It's very hard to find something that works on an Apple product, right? So Embrilliance is kind of like the only one that I've found. There are others out there though. Okay, so if you have a Windows machine, you're kind of more luckier. They have Hatch is very popular. So What Pro is very popular, and Brilliance is popular too because it also works on Windows as well. But there is just there are other packages out there. One of the things that I recommend that you do, Big City Out, if you are looking for embroidery software, is do search on YouTube and see if you can find tutorials so that you can take a look at their interface and see if it's user friendly for you. Okay, because I always say everybody learns different, right? Not everybody's the same. So you don't want to get an embroidery software, then you install it on your machine, and then you're like, what the heck? I don't even know how to work this thing, right? Because then what good is that, right? You ended up spending all this money on software, and now you don't even know. Mello, what is wrong with you? That dog. Stop it. Come here. Come. Come on. Come. What? Look at him. He's a mess. Now he wants to go back out. I don't know why, because you just went out. That dog. I don't know. So anyway, we're not going to pay attention to Mel. So I would do that, Big Out. Just go and look at different types of software and see what works for you. I'm going upstairs because this dog is just really getting on my nerves. Okay, so I'm leaving you, Mello. So let's go on upstairs now. So and watch, he's gonna follow. So because he's nosy. See, now I hear him. See, there he goes. Here he goes. See, there he goes. See, I know this dog. So oh, and I think my machine stopped too. Oh, it finished embroidering. Okay, let me put you guys back down here. Sorry guys. All right. And I finished embroidering. This is the last one for tonight. And I will shut this down and turn it back on. Look how nice. See? Came out nice. So, yeah, so, embroidery software is kind of like the same thing that I say with machines. Go with what you feel comfortable, and also look to see if some of them have free versions. Like I know Embrilliance has a free version. So that way you can see if you like it. Because you don't want to end up with a with software, and then all of a sudden you don't know how to use it, or you don't understand it, and then you hate it, and all that good stuff. Look at that. That looks good. Yep, I like that. This customer is going to be happy. They're going to be happy. There you go. I'm going to cut this out for them. They're going to be happy with their order. And I got to call those ladies. Those ladies are going to be happy with their order too. They've ordered so many shirts from me. And now they wanted the zip ones. Let's make sure I don't cut too close. There you go. And there you go. And there you go. Bingo. Bingo. All right, here we go. All right, so done. Let me fold this nice and neat. I'll package them tomorrow in the plastics. This way, you know, I like to, and this is another thing too. When your customers come to pick up your items, make sure you're neat, okay? Like, let me give you an idea. See how nice and neat they're in the bags? Everything is individually wrapped, okay? They're nicely wrapped. That way, okay, I got that. I turned off, let me see, I got that. Turned off my machines. Let me move this here. And yeah, everything looks nice and neat in its place. And I'm good. I'm good. All right, Mello, come on. Let's go to the other room and then just plug in, okay? We're going to plug in, Mello. We're going to plug in. Okay, Mello. Oh, my goodness gracious. And this is another thing that I use, guys. I don't know if I don't think I ever showed you guys this. Got this off of Amazon. This is pretty neat, and it's to help you fold your shirts. And what I like about using something like this is that all your shirts get folded the exact same way, and it makes it easier for you to put it in the plastic bag. So, you know, that way it's nice and neat and stuff. So this wasn't that expensive either. I'll put the link if you guys want it and stuff like that. But, you know, it's, I don't even know what it's called. I bought this so long ago, but it's pretty neat. Right, Mello? You like that? What are you doing? All right, guys. All right, so I know it's getting late. It's getting late. Oh my God. All right, let me go down and see what other questions you guys. Yeah, there are a lot of people that use Racoma and stuff, but I'm not looking. I don't want Racoma, Moco. I want to go higher. I know they're expensive. I know those machines that I'm looking at are very, very expensive, but I'm willing to make the sacrifice. So I'm willing to save like crazy, at least save half the money or something, and then just pay it off. So yeah, so let's see. Let's see. I'm trying to go down. I do lots of hats. Oh, I do lots of hats with the 10 needle. It's all about hooping. A lot of Amazon hats are irregular. Yeah, and you know what, Shan, I'm thinking the same thing. I do need more practice on the hats. And it could be. I got a feeling that it might be the way I'm hooping it, or, you know, the stabilizer, it has to be, and I'll figure it out. I know it will, but I know it's going to take a lot of hats for me to really get it to the point where I feel like I'm on it, you know? And that's the whole reason why I don't like offering hats too much right now, because I don't feel that my expert level is there. Okay, like I said, everything that comes out of here has got to be top notch. If it ain't top notch, I'm just not selling it. It's not leaving, because that's the other thing. And I keep saying this, when something leaves your shop, it's talking about you. It is talking about you. Okay, don't let anything shady leave your shop, because it can ruin your business. It really, really, truly can. So until I don't have the hats, you know, strapped down where I'm like, I'm golden, okay? Like I do in my polo shirts, my sweatshirts, jackets, and everything else, okay? If it's not top notch, it's not coming out. It's just, I'm not going to offer it. I really want to make sure that I do really, really well in that before I can sell it. That's just how that's how I roll. That's how I roll with my business and stuff. Yeah, and I like the auto hats. I do like those. Let's see. That is the one. Yes, Duke. Duke with the Sony. Yes, that is the one that I'm looking at. That is my number one choice. You are correct. But that baby is like $28,000. That machine. 28 grand. That's the one I want. And that's the one that I'm homing in on. Okay. And my goal is to get it. Hold on. Is to get it by the end. Hopefully by the end of I want to plug my machine because I don't want to lose you guys. I want to get it by the end of next year. That's the machine. Yes. That is the machine that I am considering. But man, that puppy is expensive. And the reason why I'm considering that is because of the new feature that it has, where it actually can detect the thickness of the material that you're embroidering, and it does the adjustments. Oh, stop. It does the adjustments and stuff. I mean, I really like that. I was looking at that. So that is really my number one choice. This machine that you have mentioned down here. The second is the JSK. And then the third is the Brandon. That's it. But yeah, that dude with a Sony, that is my dream machine. That is a dream machine. And that and I get that and I would be like, oh. But like I said, that machine is in the high 20,000s. Okay. And probably by the time I save for it, it'll probably be 30 grand for that machine. But yeah. That is, I think I said it right. I think it's Tajima, something like that. Yes, I heard the SWF is also good. I'm gonna look at it. I did see that was on the top of the line as well, and I think Ozzy. I could be wrong, but I think that's the machine that Ozzy got too. Yeah, but it's up there. It's very, very expensive and stuff. And let me see. The Tajima is basically the same machine you find in the hat store. Yes, and yes, and that is yes, Duke was. Yes, that is exactly why that's the machine you see in lids. That is the machine that you see in lids, and I'm gonna tell you, it is, yeah. And I've watched them. I watched those folks embroider those hats. And those hats are beautifully embroidered. Okay. That's why I'm looking at that machine, because I'm like, if that's the machine they did, and if any of you guys live by a mall and you see a lids walk in there and take a look at those hats. And they usually have the embroidery machine set up by the cash register in the middle of the store. And it's that machine. And let me tell you, the embroidering is beautiful. And that is, I'm gonna be honest, that's why I want that machine. That is my number one top machine. But like I said, I have to talk to them about the support, because I want to make sure that if something happens to them, because you're talking about a piece of equipment that's almost 30 grand. That's a lot of chump change. Okay, with 30 grand, I could have bought 2 Brother 10 needle machines, 2 more. Okay, because the Brother 10 machine is about 15 grand. So that means I could have got 2 of those machines. So we're talking a lot of money. So I have to really think about how I'm going to get it supported, which I'm sure there's something. I'm sure there's something, you know. I just got to talk to them and stuff. And, you know, I mean, I've even thought about getting a part-time job at Liz just so that I could practice embroidering on their machines. I've even thought about that. Okay. Because I'm like, oh God, because that I see that machine and I'm like, that's the machine I want. Yeah, it is. But yeah, you read my mind. Yes, that's the one. The one in January in Long Beach has all those machines. I am gonna go to the impression show this year, that's for sure. I think they have it in Atlantic City in New Jersey, something like that. So I am gonna go, and I am going to look at those machines. That is for sure. But this time I am looking for a top-notch embroidery machine. I've even looked at the Happy Japan. From what I heard, is a very good machine as well. I know that's the one that Liliana runs in her shop in Minnesota. All her machines are all Happy. She's been very, very content with them. You know, I've looked at that as well. So that's probably like maybe my 4th choice. But yeah, that's I don't know. We'll see what I end up with and stuff. You know, budget, of course, is going to play an issue. So that's why I'm going to try to be as you know, tight as I possibly can, so I can save as much as possible, so I can put the biggest down payment I can possibly put on that machine and stuff. So yeah, Ozzy, and those are the other 2 that I'm looking at as well. Yeah, and stuff. Do the machines you're looking into use Mac, or do you have to change to Windows? The machines that I'm looking at, well, first of all, the machines that I'm looking at don't require a outside computer. Okay. So it doesn't matter if you have a Mac or Windows. Okay, what it is you take the embroidery file on a flash drive and you can take it to your machine. Okay, or you can hook up the machine to the network. So it doesn't matter if you use a Mac or Windows. You know, to me, I'm still going to use the same embroidery software and everything. I just have to make sure that I save my embroidery design in the format that the machine reads the file, and then just take the USB and plug it into the machine, and I'll be good to go. Now, I will have to, you know, probably after I get the machine, of course, I'm going to be like starting over, and I will have to make sure I buy the hoops for that machine, because of course I'm going to want to use my hoops. So that means I'm going to have to invest in those things. So I'm already thinking like that, like, okay, you know, because I'm changing brands. That's the only good thing if I would have stuck with Brother, is that all the accessories that I have with Brother, I can carry on to the 3rd machine if I stayed with the same brand. But the thing is the capability that I need, is Brother going to be able to deliver that? I don't think so. So I don't know. I have to see. So like I said, I'm still in the research stage and stuff. But I do know that if I go with another brand machine, it's like starting new. So I'm going to have to make sure that I buy the accessories for that machine as well and stuff. So yeah, but I am planning on doing that. Jenny, he said she's in Puerto Rico right now. She misses her machines. Oh. Hey Christopher, how you doing? What do you and your husband want for Christmas? You know what, Christopher? I think what we need to do is the four of us go out to dinner for Christmas. I think that's what we need to do. That's what me and Fred want for Christmas. We want to go out to dinner with you and Sarah. I miss you guys. I hope everybody's doing well. Let's see. Nacha. Let's see. Karen. When is the embroidery show? I believe, well, the one close to me, Rhonda, the one close to me is in New Jersey. I gotta look up the dates. I really don't. I'm not sure if it's in March or January. I'm not sure. I think it's more March. I have to check. I'll make sure to post it on our Facebook page so that way you guys know. There you go. Yes, most embroidery, they do give you a free trial. So and take advantage of those free trials and stuff. And I'm telling you, do your research, because the last thing you want is to buy something and then all of a sudden you can't use it and then you wasted your money. You don't want to do that. You know what I'm saying? That's why I really need to research these machines. The next big purchase of these machines is going to be big bucks. I am planning on spending more than 20 grand. Okay. That's a lot of money. Okay. I could have been driving with a car off a lot with that. But I need to make sure that whatever machine I get, it's a machine that I'm comfortable with. It's a machine that I can get proper support with. And it's a machine that's actually going to take me to that next level that I want to go to. So yeah. Oh, Ozzy says he visited a local embroidery business. The owner was very kind and gave me the tour of his shop. He had 50 branding machines. All of them were running at the same time and had 3 employees. Oh, that is like so cool. I know you are probably like excited to like just see all that. Yeah, but I heard that is a very good brand as well. That's my third choice. That is my third choice and stuff. Are you putting Tender Touch on those? No, I'm not. I don't put Tender Touch on adult clothing. I just cut them out like that and I leave them. If you go to department store, look around clothes. And one of the things that I do is if you see a piece of clothing with embroidery on it, look underneath, okay, and look at it. You're going to notice nobody puts Tender Touch on that. What they do is they just cut around it. That's all they do. That is all they do. Trust me. I've done that. Now, if you're doing children's clothes, in that situation, I say, yeah, do it, because, kids, they get itchy and all that stuff. And especially a baby's skin is very, very sensitive. So you don't want the back of the embroidery to be rubbing on the baby's skin. Okay, so if you do like a baby bodysuits, you can't use the term onesie because that's copyright for Gerber. But if you have a bodysuit or something like that, then you want to make sure you use Tender Touch. But for these type of things that I do, like for these customers, I don't put Tender Touch on them unless the customer requests it. If they do request it, I do charge for it. Okay, because remember, Tender Touch is not free. That costs money too. Okay, so see, he had 3 employees, an accountant, and himself doing sales and marketing. Yeah, it's a lot of work. It is a lot of work to run a business. It is a lot of work. Oh, I'm glad you guys like this. And I like sharing information with you guys because, That's what I'm thinking. That's what I'm thinking. You're doing that, but I would have to do that, J Love, when I am done with retiring, because there is just no way that I'm going to be able to work full time, work my embroidery business when I come home after work, and then work at Liz. That's crazy. There's no way I can do it. Just can't. Well, guys, I am going to call it the night. Okay. I am so happy to hang out with you guys. Like I said, I'm so sorry about the lighting and all that kind of stuff and everything, but I gotta get these orders out. And the thing is that I already know, like, when embroidery happy hour, I'll be talking to you guys for like 1 or 2 hours, and now I'm like going I'm going almost at 3 hours now. So I know that it's gonna take a long time, and at the same time, I could have gotten a lot of these orders done. So as you can see, I am kind of like on track. I'm pretty content with where I am in my orders and stuff, and I'm doing pretty good. I'm doing pretty good. I like it. Like it. So, guys, I am going to call it the night. Thank you so much for spending Friday night with me. I really appreciate it, because you guys could be anywhere in the world, but you guys are here with me, learning. Hopefully, I'm teaching you guys something, and you guys are really enjoying the information that I share with you guys. If you do like the topic and you like the video and stuff, please give me a thumbs up. And if you're new to my channel, please consider subscribing and stuff. So I will talk to you guys next Friday. And this Tuesday will be the last gift miss video for this year's Christmas series. Okay, so it is going to be day 12 on Tuesday. So hope you guys enjoy that video as well. So I will talk to you guys next Friday, and please remember to mail out the gifts for the gift exchange. And yeah, so I will talk to you guys later. Have a good one. Okay, and I am going to try to get some rest so I can get up early in the morning and turn those machines back on and keep on cranking. So I will talk to you guys later. You guys have a great night. Take care. See you around. Happy sewing, happy embroidering. Bye.